All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our daily guided meditation. All right. So let's just begin by closing our eyes softly and gently. Now close our eyes softly and gently. Make sure that it is comfortable and restful, simple and easy. We are just resting down here, sitting down and resting our body. We sit down, leg all relaxed and comfortable, as if we are falling asleep. Our eyes, we will close them, but lightly and come to a rest just before our eyes shut off completely. There's only a sliver of light coming in. Now, this is important for two reasons. The first is that there'll be light helping us awake, be clear in our awareness, helping with not only our mantra, but our visualization too. When there's light, it helps with the consciousness. The second benefit is that in the impurities that awaits on the inside, that when we're not careful, we fall into the traps of drowsiness, sleepiness, of restlessness, of sensual pleasures or lustful thinking, ill will or skeptical doubt. All these are inner dimensions or inner space that we find ourselves locked within, and wandering in those thoughts and emotion. So to prevent against that, we remain not inside, but also not outside too. We're in between when we have our eyes not completely shut, but 98% shut. Close our eyes softly and gently, enough for our eyelashes to just touch. The same way you close your eyes when you go to sleep. This will keep our mind in a safe space to bring up the state of awareness. Awareness will grant us the ability to feel, to perceive, to know. Throughout our day, we all believe that we are mindful in awareness. What's the difference between that and this? Meditation. Well, the difference is that throughout our day, most of the time our mind is wandering around. There's no home, no base for the mind to be with, to settle into. But here, we have to decide target of focus on a certain object or location. It's up to you now. Up to your intention of what or where you want to focus. When you focus, your mind is placed at that location or with the object. And then the bright sphere of awareness, the state of awareness will arise in your mind, allowing you to know, to feel, to sense the object or the location. And your mind will be there and it will stay there. It will not go anywhere because there is a base for the mind momentarily. The thing is, normal for our mind to have impurities or pollutants. And these impurities inside our mind is the reason why there are disturbing and disruptive thoughts and emotion that pulls our attention away. There's this thought, that thought coming up about people, things, business, life, family, friend, education, where it may be. And often we realize later that we find ourselves lost in those thoughts, no longer with our intended place, intended location, intended object. This is normal. It's not something to worry about, but it shows us that the importance of learning how to intend, how to target or specify or focus onto an object over and over again is an action, but it is the action that requires no effort because you just need intention, a decision. What or where do you want to focus? So that that will be a home for our mind temporarily for now. So settle in to be with so that awareness can arise there. The Buddha specified at the body, the feeling, thoughts or emotion, specified at the body and the mind. Wherever you're familiar, can be your breathing, for example. When you intend to feel your breath, your mind is automatically placed in your nostril, and awareness will arise wherever your mind is. The sensor activates wherever your mind is. That's why you're able to feel or sense, to know or perceive the air entering and exiting your body, granting you the awareness of the breath. You can also intend, specify to feel or sense the walls of your stomach that stretches when it expands or when you breathe in and contracts when you breathe out. The reason that you can feel these sensations is because you intended to be there, decided, focused or specified. When you do that, your mind is placed at that location or with that object. The state of awareness, the biosphere, the state of awareness arises in our mind at that location, granting us the ability to feel, to sense at that location. So simply be with whatever you want to be with. You decide. Be with whatever you have decided to be with. Be at wherever you decide to be at. You decide, you select, you specify, you intend. All up to you. You can also pick the mind too. The Buddha specified 3 places of the mind. The first is the feeling. It's the outermost layer of the mind where it's responsible to detect the nature that you're with. The overall mood, the overall feeling. If you're with the wholesomeness of it good nature, when they are in your mind, you'll feel pleasant and comfortable naturally. Like being in a good mood, everything's pleasant, comfortable. But if you intend to feel, to know the feeling, and you find that it is the opposite, it's suffering, the feeling that you have to endure, hard to endure, in a bad mood, a mood that you have to put up with, it means that at the moment, the unwholesome nature or the bad nature occupies our mind, like a cloud, a dark cloud, casting and covering our mind, and the suffering, have to endure, hard to endure. But if you sense that there's neither pleasantries nor there's any of the suffering, then right now you're feeling the the, the neutral nature. Neutral here means not good and not bad. It's the third option, the indeterminate feeling, because it is neither good nor is it bad. It is strange. Neutral because it's strange. Indeterminate, you can't say. Different from neutrality or equanimity. Equanimity, here, you can still feel pleasantries. You can still feel suffering, but your mind is non-reactive. Your mind is composed, is in balance, is balanced, settled. Your mind isn't scattered or shaken or wavering with whatever it is feeling. Simply put, you are able to sense the pleasantries that is there or the suffering that is there, but there's no reaction. Your mind is still composed and tranquil, undisturbed, balanced. This is equanimity or neutrality, different from neutral, because neutral is and in our experience, in our meditation, and in our life, we come in contact with all these 3 different feelings, good, bad, and not good, not bad. But humanity find themselves being affected by them, being impacted by all the pleasantries and suffering, or in layman's term, by all the excitable happiness and sadness in life, in people, in things, in situation. And makes their minds scattered all over the place. Chaos, confusion ensues. When the Buddha taught the noble monks, he taught that the purpose of us having intent to be aware of our body and mind is to eradicate such happiness and sadness of life, of the world, to eliminate entirely the desires and aversion of the world, with the wanting, liking, excited happiness, with the hating, not liking, sadness, worry. Why? Why? Because when our mind isn't composed, isn't balanced, and is very reactive, very scattered, then this is where it is the opening for the unwholesomeness in our mind to seize the moment. The unwholesome nature or the bad nature seize this moment to point and guide you, whispering in your ear. You hear their thought in your mind. The thought is just the sounds of thinking in your mind. You hear it. That said, whenever things are nice or pleasant, it said, well, you like it, yeah? I'll tell you how to get more. Push you with liking, with desire, with wanting more. And when you accept them, they teach you, they advise you, they guide you, they give you instruction on how to quench the thirst, satisfy the desire, satisfy the greed. And you're gonna have to push and shove to get what you want, to satisfy the thirst, the greed. And while you do so, it hurts and destroys yourself and other people. Some who are consumed by greed no longer care about who or what they hurt or destroy, themselves or others, will take other people's things, other people's earning, even take other people's family, like husband and wife, son, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend, don't care when they're consumed by greed, all because the unwholesome nature sees the opportunity where their mind is scattered and excited. Similarly, when our mind come in contact with something unpleasant, suffering, a feeling that we have to endure, hard to endure, the scatteredness and reaction of our mind open up opportunity for the unwholesomeness to bring about agitation, anger, annoyance. And when you accept those feelings, you hear the inner voices, the thought which are the voices of thinking, giving you advice, teaching you, leading you, and giving you instructions on how to get rid of something and grow that hatred. People who are consumed by their hatred no longer care of who or what they hurt or they destroy. No longer care if their or other people's possession, things, or people. No longer care. Need to hurt, need to destroy. That's why the Buddha repeat state clearly that the purpose of right mindfulness, of mindfulness or meditation practice, is to eradicate entirely the desires and aversion of the world, to eradicate entirely the happiness and sadness of the world, excited happiness and sadness. Well, but our life is full of them. We grow up with them. We base our life choices on them. One day I will get this, get that, go here, go there, for example. So, if the Buddha taught to eliminate those happiness and those sadness that I'm so used to, then what am I going to be with? With equanimity. Equanimity. When you intend the mind to be in awareness, the mind will be placed at your intended location with your intended object. The state of awareness will arise at that location, together with neutrality, so that our mind can settle into that location. For the mind to settle in, it need to not move or not be scattered, not waver. That's why it's a natural, automatic with awareness. We just have to pay attention to it. Pay attention to the equanimity, the composure of the mind, so that it can continue to develop, to settle in, settle down, and be sturdy, be stable and sturdy, reliable. A sturdy mind is a concentrated mind. That's where concentration begins. But again, is that the benefit? Is that all? No. What a sturdy, a concentrated mind will give us is a different kind of happiness that we will not find anywhere else. Very rare to find. Because it's not the happiness from what we see, smell, hear, taste, or touch. Not the excitable happiness, but a peaceful happiness. When there's calmness, stillness, when everything stops, the peaceful happiness arises. And to gain that, and that will be gained from purity. Purity. It's a foreign word for most people around the world. Even if they heard of it from their belief, they might not yet know what it means really. Purity in Buddhism refers to an element, an object that is the embodiment of pureness, purity, of cleanliness, you can say. It's an element. That is a tool. It's an element that is used by our mind to clean out the impurities of the pollutants. Think of it as dirt and soap, for example. These elements compete with one another, cleanliness and dirtiness. destroys each other. To deal with one, you have to bring in the other one. To destroy cleanliness, you have to bring in dirtiness. To destroy dirtiness, you have to bring in cleanliness. It's an element. But where can we find this? Whenever we intend to win awareness, paying attention or focusing on the object or at our still with at our intended location, the bright sphere of awareness or the state of awareness arises in our mind. From that brightness in our mind, from that bright sphere in our mind, usher in good energy. The good energy that comes in is akin to having a cup of water and you submerge a straw into that cup and you blow air into the straw. You will see the stream of bubbles, the air bubbles, rise to the top non-stop. As long as you're still blowing air, there'll still be air bubbles flowing. Same with the good energy too. There are the bubbles. Each ener- each unit of good energy is a sphere, a bubble you can think of that streams in every moment that you are with awareness. As long as there's still awareness or wholesomeness in your mind, the stream of good energy is still flowing in. Just like as long as you're still blowing through the straw, the stream of bubbles will flow to the top. Inside every bubble of good energy is packed with that element called purity that we talked about. It is packed with the element called purity and happiness. That's why we gain the purity. Once good energy comes in, enters in, and kept in our mind, kept inside ourselves through awareness, our mind's automatic system will use this purity and clean out the impurity that causes the chaos, confusion, and problems and obstacles in our life. Once impurities decrease, the disturbing and disrupting thoughts and emotion, chaos and confusion, as well as problems and obstacles decrease too. The impurities are gone, those things will be gone as well. Things will be more quiet, more calm, and that's where you're going to gain the peacefulness and happiness. The happiness that comes from the peacefulness is called peaceful happiness. And we gain it through purification from purity, from this element called purity, coming in, flowing in non-stop every moment that we are in awareness. Is the happiness that is rare. Many spend millions to get it. They buy a quiet home somewhere far from civilization. They travel around the world to come to a forest just to get that quietness, that peace. They buy expensive flight ticket to go to a secluded hotel for that peace and quiet. And people get a taste of it with money, but there's one place that is not quiet. And this place, no matter how much money you spend, it will never be quiet, and that is your mind. Your mind is with you all the time. The world outside that you pay for, the jungle, the forest that you go into, will only be as quiet as the loudness in your mind. but no one knows how to quiet the mind, and that's why they force, they suppress, they shove. But in reality, the Buddha discovered that the chaos and confusion are just the fruit of impurities in our mind. And through awareness, intent to know clearly, in body, feeling, thought, and emotion, thus only by doing so will the good energy stream in from the awareness to clean out the impurities that causes the chaos and confusion. We need to be aware clearly at all times, to be in awareness every moment, every second, in the here and in the now too. Therefore, to make sure that we are in awareness for an extended period of time, we need to have equanimity so that the mind can settle in and focus and concentrate. But if we still are not content with who we are, with the experience that we're having, regardless if it's pleasant or suffering, then our mind can never stop. And you will meditate to grab happiness with the desire that I want this, I want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. Your mind, you never stop. You change method. Find method number one, then go to number two, number three, number four. The more you do, the more tiring and exhausting you feel, and the more discontent you become. And you wonder, when will I be happy? When will it be quiet? It will never be, never, because it is incorrect. Pick one place that you want to be in your mind or in your body. Pick it and be there. Just be there with this object that you pick or with that location that you pick. Just be with whatever you choose to be and be okay with it. As long as there are impurities in your mind, suffering will be there. It's non-negotiable. It's a feeling that you have to endure, hard to endure, together with thoughts and emotion that rise up. Knowing this, the Buddha taught that suffering is there only for us just to be aware of it. Don't have to suffer from it. Don't have to suffer with it. Don't have to get rid of it. Don't have to fix it. Don't have to solve it. Don't have to do anything, but just stop. Stop is the key to success. Great Master Luang Pu expand on the Buddha's teaching and gave us a perfect formula that we just, regardless of what it is, we just need to stop. Don't have to do anything. Be with whatever there is at that time, at that moment, at that place. So that the awareness that is there can bring in the good energy that is packed with an element called purity that will clean out the impurities at that location. This is all we can do, frankly. Human is nothing more than a meat shield or a meat. The Buddha said human is not smart, nor is human capable. I can think of it as like a blob of meat. We don't know Where the impurities are, we don't know what they look like, we don't know how to clean it out. If we are really smart, then we should have no problem in life, but we are not. If we are all powerful, then we should have no problem in life, but we have plenty. Human is just a bag of meat. But the best thing about human is that they can endure. They all they need to know to do is to intend to be in awareness and endure. And and when they and if they already have an automatic cleaning system that we just talked about, the awareness will bring in the good energy to power that good system to clean out the impurity. This is their job. Our inner good nature, inner good system is the all-knowing one, all-powerful one. They're responsible for this task, just like our body. You think you're so smart or capable, but actually, the body knows more, knows everything, and does everything for you. When you eat food, who distribute the nutrient? Who break down the food? Who's the one running the immune system? Who's the one pumping the blood? Who's the one circling the air? Not you. Your body does it. Not you. You just have to eat good food, drink plenty of water, and sleep on time. Na? 8 hours. Your job is to provide good energy. That's it. And that's it. The mind works the same too. The mind knows, the mind can. We don't know we cannot. But what we can do is provide the mind with good energy through awareness. That's the only thing that we can do. So let's do that. Intend to know clearly in your body and mind, in your body, feeling, thought, and emotion, for the purpose to eradicate entirely the desires and aversion of the world. And when there's suffering, just endure. Suffering is there because impurities are there, just like your body. When there are bacteria, when there are virus, you feel pain. What are you gonna do? Nothing, but just take in medicine and good food. Same with the mind too. When there's suffering, what are you gonna do? Nothing, but endure, be in awareness. And then the system will clean them up for you. Don't do more than what you're supposed to do. And what you're supposed to do is just one thing. Be in awareness. Intend to be in awareness with a clear purpose to eliminate desire and aversion. Not to go get happiness, not to go get calmness, not to fix, not to change, not to anything. And endure if you need to. Endure when there's suffering. If we just do this simple teaching can get us to enlightenment. Just like what Long Puff concluded, he's taught that we just have to do the right cause, observe the result, endure if you need to, endure if must. All of these are great, will bring you to greatness, he said. Intend to know, observe the outcome, keep on awareness there, endure when needed. All this will bring you to greatness. And it's also proven in the Buddha time too. A enlightened female monk. She, after attaining enlightenment through meditation, she uttered the truth that she discovered. that helped her get to enlightenment, she said that there's only suffering that arises. There's only suffering that remains, and there's only suffering that disappear. From the beginning until enlightenment to the very end, there's only suffering that arose, suffering that remains, and suffering that disappear. That's it. Can get her to enlightenment. So now that we know we understand, God let us meditate in silence until the guiding resumes. As we come toward our session today, let's take this time to share loving kindness. Loving kindness is a state of mind that arises naturally when we have a wholesome intention by wishing ourselves and others to be free from all the pain and suffering, and for ourselves and everyone to be happy. But loving kindness, there are many qualities to this tool. The higher the quality, the more powerful it is. Loving kindness is a tool of the good nature to help and support other people. For that when the bright sphere of loving kindness arises in our mind, it have the power to eliminate impurities, anger, vengeance in every particle, heart and mind of people. That's why great master Luang Pu have taught to dawn the feeling, the same heart of a parent, a mother, the love that she have, or the parent, the love that they have to their child. Not only is it honest, pure and genuine love, but it's also packed with well intention and become the very best in life. Have the very best, be the very best. Everything, all the best. We then dawn the feeling, have the same heart, same loving kindness as a mother that she have to her children in our mind. Then wish ourselves that may we be free, we be happy, and expand our mind that's filled with this wholesome intention, expand them far and wide to cover this whole, the whole resident that you're in. Have a big heart covering the whole resident that you're in. As well as thinking about your parents, father, mother, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, partner, niece, nephew, cousin, grandparents, ancestors and loved ones that have passed away, our guardian, benefactor, teachers and masters, angels that take care of us, those who we have hurt, we have trespassed, and those who have hurt and harmed us. Everyone relate in our life, may they all have a share of this loving kindness. May they all be free from all their pain and suffering. May they all be happy genuinely. We then expand our mind that's filled with this loving kindness, expand them further and wider to cover the whole meditation retreat, the whole community, neighborhood that you're in, further and wider to cover the whole community, the entire town, entire city, entire province that you're in. Expand to other provinces throughout the country, covering this country. Expand our loving kindness to neighboring countries, other nations throughout the world. May this world be engulfed with the brightness and purity of our loving kindness. Now, in our may we wish that may everyone, every being, humanity, they're suffering a lot, may they suffer a lot less. For everyone, every being, they're suffering a little, may they be free from their sufferings. May they be happy. May everyone, every being, with little happiness in their life, may they have plenty more of happiness. And for those who are already happy, uh, plenty of happy already, may they be happier than ever before, including all the earth spirits, tree spirits, and wind spirits, all the angels in all realms of heaven, all the Brahmas and Alupa Brahma, as well as all the hell beings, all the hungry ghosts, all the monsters and all the animals. May everyone, every being Be free from all of their pain and suffering. Be happy. For those suffering a lot, may they suffer a lot less. For those suffering a little, may they be free from their suffering. May they be happy. For those with little happiness, may they have plenty more happiness in their life. And for those with plenty of happiness already, may they be happier than ever before. We'll then expand our mind as filled with loving kindness, expand them far and wide toward the environment of the universe, powering countless of stars and planets across this Milky Way, this galaxy, tens of hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000, millions of stars and planets, beyond to other galaxies throughout the whole universe, beyond to uncountable realms and universes far, far beyond. Let our heart and mind be vast, open, lively, and spacious. Be soft, tender, soothing, warm, loving, clear and cooling, clean and pure and bright. The stream of good energy is still flowing in from the bright sphere of loving kindness nonstop. We will then be taking this time to also share the merit, the good energy that we all have accumulated in this session. May all may part of our merits that we have diligently practiced in this session be shared upon equally to our family and friends, parents, siblings, loved ones, ancestors that have passed away, teachers and masters, as well as everyone, every being around the world, throughout uncountable universes and beyond. Those who are suffering a lot to suffer a lot less. Help those suffering a little to be free from their suffering and bring them to happiness. Help those with little happiness to have plenty more, and help those with plenty of happiness already to be happier than ever before. We the intend to stop and still inside that loving kindness. We move in it, like entering a room that's made out of loving kindness, engulfed by it. Stop and still our mind in the center of the good energy that's flowing in nonstop. We soak ourselves, we submerge ourselves within the pool, the river, the stream of good energy, the stream of happiness, of brightness, the stream of purity. And we sit here receiving this stream of good energy, gener- being brought about by love and kindness that as in our mind. The stream of good energy are packed with purity, the element that will clear out the impurities within, as well as refine treasures and fortunes. These treasures and fortunes are the inner magnet that pulls in the external treasures and fortunes, like good health, good physical health, good mental health, good and kind people and friends, community, wealth and fortune resources, as well as happiness, wealth, ranking, title, praises, recognition into our life. We just sit here to receive the stream of purity, good energy, the stream of treasures and fortune. every day in our life. We need to know what is the purpose of life. Why are we born? Born for what? To do what? To achieve what? The purpose of life is to become one with your true self. That is your inner Buddha, your inner triple gem, your inner God, your inner good nature. That is your true self. And to achieve it, great teachers and masters teach a simple trick to dawn a feeling, to feel and to become one with the inner triple gem, the inner Buddha or the inner God. In a good nature, we dawn the feeling that I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. Or I am the inner wholesome God, meaning a being with utmost, is all powerful, all knowing, as well as immeasurable compassion. This is the embodiment of the inner Buddha or inner true self, one with utmost wisdom, utmost purity, and utmost compassion, which is our inner Buddha and inner God within. I am the Buddha. The Buddha is me. Dawn the feeling. And stop and still our mind inside that Buddha, inside the center of the Buddha, where we are now, in the center, protected, cared for, looked after by the inner Buddha, by the inner God. Harm and danger will not be able to come to us. They will try their best to help to protect, but in the beginning, we can only do it 1%, 2%, and that's okay. We will not feel completely 100%. That's because the impurities blocking the process of you becoming one with your true self. But by practicing this all day, all night, whenever you remember, you'll slowly but surely become one with your inner good nature, inner wholesomeness, inner Buddha, inner God. Just by dawning the feeling that I am the Buddha and the Buddha is me. Your mind is the element of success. Whatever you tell your mind to do, your mind will do it, meaning it will make it happen. Not only that we have to be one with our true self, with the inner Buddha, but we also need to be one with our great teachers and masters, for that they are also always supervising, taking care of the student. Whenever we meditate, they supervise our meditation, making sure that it is as effective as possible. Whenever we share loving kindness, they supervise the session. It's all impactful, all powerful, able to bring about change in our loved ones, family, and friends, and other people. Therefore, we then intend our mind to stop and still in the center of the most refined Dhammakaya body of Luang Pu. Stop and still our mind in the most refined Dhammakaya body of Luang Po. Stop and still our mind in the most refined Dhammakaya body of Kun Yai, true great master nuns. When we have we will all appear bright in the center of the great teachers and masters as they will appear bright in our center. And both we and them will appear right in the center of all the beings in Nambana, which are all the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas, all the Arahant. In the center of all the all-powerful, all-knowing ones. We will be taking this auspicious occasion to ask for their blessing, to make a resolution. so that from this very moment onward, on our wholesome path, accumulating mercy and perfection, until the utmost of Dhamma is filled with knowledge, coupled with purity and happiness, as well as success and fulfillment in all things wholesome and beautiful. May we ask for merits, perfection, wholesome virtues, radiant power, strength, right authority, supreme and absolute force of all the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas and all the Arahants, as well as merits and perfection of Long Pu, Long Pan, Kunya Ajahn, great teachers and masters. May all these merits and perfection all combine together with all the merits and perfection that we have diligently been accumulating ever since the very first lifetime, throughout countless of lifetimes up until this very present moment. May all these merits and perfection all come together to bear fruit with sacredness, with holiness, with immaculateness, with power, strength, right authority, supreme absolute force, compound and multiply endlessly, immeasurably, purify our thought, speech, and action, our feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness, our fire element, water element, earth element, wind element, space element, heart and soul, for it to be clean, clear, pure, and bright, cooling, refreshing, free from all defilements, all sorrow, sadness, suffering, all impurities. May our life, as well as free our life from all of the problems and obstacles, cleansing all the greed, hatred, delusion, and lust, wrong, unknown ignorance, wrong view, ego, craving, clinging, becoming complete entirely, leaving no traces behind. May we have the eye of wisdom, able to study and understand thoroughly of the Dhammaka knowledge, as well as complete in the threefold knowledge, eightfold knowledge, six supernatural powers, four analytical knowledge, eight liberations, and 15 modes of conduct completely entirely. May we have good health, strength, long life, longevity, to accumulate merits and perfection for the rest of our life until we reach our destination. May we have unwavering, undepleting strength, passion, motivation, and hope, never ceasing and accumulate merits and perfection, head straight to enlightenment, Nibbana and utmost of Dhamma. No matter where we travel to, may we have utmost of luck, meet with only love, care, safety, hospitality, wholesomeness with the loved ones of every humans and angels. Everywhere we travel to, every place we suffer to, may all of our travels be through land, sea, or sky. Be easy, be convenient, be simple, be comfortable, be safe and secure. May all of our endeavors, may we have the clear, pure, bright sphere of wisdom, able to understand all the Dhamma that the Buddha have attained through enlightenment as well as thorough and Dhammaka knowledge. May all of our endeavors, project, businesses, education, activities are wholesome, correct, and beautiful. May it be prosperous, be successful, uh, um, be convenient. May their fruits be free from all problems and obstacles. May their fruits be beyond our dreams, imagination, estimation, beyond what could possibly be. May we have immeasured and depleting wealth and resources always in time to conduct all acts of kindness and generosity. Once we have them, may we not be stingy. May we bring all those wealth and resources to conduct utmost of generous uh, conduct and create utmost of perfection in generosity for the rest of our life. Once it's our time to bid farewell from this world, may we be reborn in the fourth level of heaven in the Bodhisattva realm in a special community. Once it's our time to be reborn again to accumulate further merits and perfection, may we be reborn in loving, caring, kind, wholesome, and wise family, a Dhammaka family, a crystal family, an example family of the whole world, complete with unworth of physical treasures, mental treasures, material treasure, people treasure, happiness, wealth, ranking, title, praises, recognition, Dhammaka knowledge, and enlightenment completely. As may we also be born with a sacred, holy, and powerful good energy. Able to recollect our past lives, the moment they were born together with a crystal clear, pure and bright Dhammakaya in the center of our body. May we have immaculate wisdom, able to study and understand thoroughly in the Dhammakaya knowledge, true in accordance with reality, done ever since we are young until the rest of our life. May all the unwholesomeness, bad karma, bad energy, demerits, and unwholesome virtues that we have mistakenly conducted, uh, that we can recall or unable to recall, intentional or not, ever since the very first lifetime, throughout all lifetime up until now, may all these demerits, bad karma, bad energy, may they all never catch up to us. May they all be uh, never have any opportunity to bear any kinds of fruit, and may they all be forever forgiven. And may we no longer conduct any unwholesomeness in our thought, speech, and action from this very moment onward. May all the good, may all the wholesomeness, wholesome virtues, merit, and perfection, good karmic reward that we have diligently been accumulating thus far, all come and combine together to bear fruit with sacredness and holiness, with power, strength, right authority, supreme absolute force, from this moment onward, consistently, endlessly, regularly, until throughout our lifetime, throughout all lifetime until we reach utmost of Dhamma. May all of our wholesome aspiration and resolution all come true, all be reality, all bear fruit, from this very moment onward until we reach utmost of Dhamma, with immeasurable capabilities of all of the Buddhas, all the silent Buddhas and all the Arahants of Nibbana. May every single one of our wholesome aspirations and resolution all come true. Sapphe Buddha Palapata Pachekanan Jayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Shinarakhang Pantami Sappaso Sappa Buddha Nupavena Sappa Dhamma Nupavena Sappa Sangha Nupavena Sattha Soti พระวันตุเต Sadhu. May we slowly and gently open up our eyes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our session today. Is there anyone who want to share their meditation first? If not, then I would like to ask Long P Daniel if you want to share. Open to share. How are you?
Hello,
How's your
Jimmy.
meditation? Hello, Long P Daniel. How are you? How's your
Good,
meditation?
good to listen to you. Um,
Mm,
how was my meditation today? Mm, Not so good, I think.
mm,
I travel a bit to Chiang Mai, and it's disturbing when I move to place. I think for my
mm.
meditation practice. Um,
In now, because traveling is part of being a monk too, now we have to now figure out why this happened and how to prevent it next time. There are two reasons. The first one can also be the tiredness of the body too, traveling here and there, which is something that is come with traveling. But the second thing that, which is the main point that we have to keep in our mind, is that whenever we travel, do we know where our mind is at all times, or is it traveling too? Movement here to this person, to this place, that place. When our mind goes out and doesn't have a home for the mind, it will accumulate dust or impurity or pollution. And so when we come to meditate, we go inside, we feel, we find that we have to come and face all the chaos and confusion, because thought emotion come up a lot. That makes our meditation feel difficult, feel hard, feel tiring. It is there because impurities are in our mind. This is just a result. Just like you don't feel good when you didn't shower for a few days. very dirty. It feels not nice, yucky. Same with your mind too.
Yes,
Your mind come in, got feel like that. Mm. Now
yes.
that's why.
I think it
That's
was emotionally that I cannot actually I want to meet a friend and then they say cannot and I cannot move freely and it's a bit annoying.
นะ
I feel
ก็
like a mm,
here the when we are among the the main purpose is to take the time to clean out on the inside นะ by practicing right mindfulness, where we have to intend or decide to focus onto our object and let the awareness bring in good energy to clean out the impurity inside. Now, when this is the main reason, it is the main reason everything about monk life is to build on this kind of on uh, this idea, this idea. Thus, so that we can do our job. But when we have friend or family that want to meet, we also are in a situation where we are one a new monk, and two not traveling to meet is not the intention or the purpose of being a monk. So therefore, to make sure that we we can achieve our purpose, and we fall in line with the practice, we can invite them to come to our place better, where they will get to know why do we become a monk? Why do we have to put up with all these rules? Why do we have to put up with all these different limitations? Is it worth it? Then when they come, they see, oh, this place in the forest, very peaceful, very calm. And Daniel meditating, oh, this why, the inner purity, inner cleanliness is worth it to have this restriction. And it will only be a restriction to us if we have a misalignment. But if we only focus on meditating and work on this, it will not be a misalignment. Uh, mm.
mm,
Like that. So it's a good thing for us, good thing for our friend too. Maybe it's some if you love it that you become a monk, maybe that friend might also discover something that they might love too. Just like how you find benefit in it. So I think that it might seem frustrating at first, but at the same time we can flip crisis into opportunity that benefit many people like this. Does
mm.
that make sense, Sompy Daniel?
Yes, makes sense.
Mm.
But I think just in general it's not good for the human to be alone. Of course, I can train that with meditation. But yeah.
Uh, you are what you're saying here, Daniel, is correct too นะอืมก็ the Buddha taught that there are six respect นะ one of it is respect and hospitality นะอืมอืม but the 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 issue นะ in my opinion and in the experience of many people is that we have to find what makes it difficult to be alone. When we are alone, what are we with? Only two things: inner emotion, inner voice that we suffering from. Inner voice, inner emotion inside. If if inside is quiet and peaceful and happy, I wouldn't want to go anywhere anymore. I just want to be here inside. Fulfilling and feel just like what? Just like when you first come to the forest or the place that you love. When you're there, you just want to absorb everything because it feels fulfilling on the inside. I want to fulfill it inside, happy and calm like this. And that time, you don't want to go anywhere anymore. Don't want to meet anyone. Just want to enjoy the inner peace. But when, of course, we're not enlightened yet. There are pollution inside. We'll feel now come up inner disturbances, inner disruption, some feeling that we can't, restlessness, feeling that we have to endure. That's why it makes us feel like we need to find someone. And now we have to ask, are we finding someone to teach them or to distract away from the suffering inside. Mm. Socializing is a good thing, so that we can teach and inspire other people. But we will not do it to distract ourselves from what the inner work that need to be cleaned out. And so this is also one perspective that we can ask ourselves too. Why do you want to meet people? And is it for what purpose? So that we can then work on things that if we find that there's an issue, work on that issue on the inside. Does it make sense, Lumpy Daniel?
Yes, Lumpy.
Now this is just another perspective, now for you to maybe
Mm,
look at it in a different light.
yes, I try.
Okay. Is there anything
Um,
else, Lumpy Daniel?
I'm good, thank you, Lumpy.
Okay, we
How
can
are you?
talk later. In the I'll call you later after this. Not very soon. So that we have a private discussion together. Is that okay?
Sure, thanks.
Okay. All right. Now, next, I want to ask Michelle, how's your meditation today? How are you overall?
Good evening. Mm, Thank you for that wonderful meditation and for asking how was my meditation. Um, it it was good. As usual because it's a bit late. In I mean not that late, but it's I feel a bit sleepy during meditating, but this time breathing deeply helps a lot. And overall, I am good. Al- Although I wasn't really able to practice much recently in the not just last few weeks but months because during the group meditations I'm still outside and I'm still not yet home, and I already saw that it's impacting me a lot. I mean, I'm able to witness the thoughts in my head most of the time, and I could see there's a narrative in there in the mind.
Mm.
Um, Although unlike before, wherein I'm able to be present when I notice it, it's hard to like s- just be present right now and have it stop. And I don't try to force it. I know that I just need to meditate more, but it's a bit hard.
Mhm. Mhm. Thank you for sharing and thank you for coming to meditate, even though it's late and you probably is very tired from your day. Mm. When we have to go about with life, it's something that everyone have to do. There are we if we understand the mechanism of the mind, then life can be adjusted to fit that understanding. Our mind, when our mind when it's wholesome, it will bring in good energy. When our mind is unwholesome, bring in bad energy and impurity. So so what we want is the good energy and the purity to clean our mind, the inner stuff. So that's why um, when we may not have time to meditate, we gotta know that okay, we don't have time to meditate, but we still need good energy. Come from wholesome thought, wholesome speech, wholesome action. Mm. And which you can look out for. What are the wholesome thing that I can do today? Which doesn't have to be, you know, grand. This daily kindness. See people baking food up here. We go a little bit. Uh, Buy something for a food stall. They say, okay, today is maybe I'm not sure about Philippine currency, but 40 baht. 40 baht. Okay, I give you 50 baht. For example, a simple act of kindness. Nah, when you walk around, smile, smile at people, wishing them that okay, may they be happy, may they be from suffering. Have this daily wholesome, universal wholesomeness in our mind all the time. When we have this intention in our mind to be with the universal wholesomeness, our good nature will help us find the opportunity to do the small act of kindness. But every time we do so, we get the good energy to clean out the impurity throughout the day, as well as good karma too. No matter where you go, you'll be loved by everyone because you bring love to everyone. Mm, you'll be like that. Mm, that's one way to do. That's one way to do. The other way, this is the first way about speech, about action, about the more like the daily behavior, daily way to live life. But the second part is about changing our perspective on what meditation really is. Meditation isn't the sit down, back straight, 30-minute, 1 hour kind of thing. Meditation is based on right mindfulness, being mindful. Being mindful. Think of it like this. In our daily life, we have to concentrate on many things, on in our conversation and our work, when we're driving, when we're this, when we're that. Concentrate on everything, but the mind and body, we often forgot about this. Often forgot. But so whenever we have free time or a bit of opening, we'll come back. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Or set a mini game. Okay, I'm gonna count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A mini mindfulness practice. So much so that the teacher of my teacher gave a homework for every student. He said that every 1 hour, have 1 minute for mindfulness. Uh, some people they set alarm every hour, and then when the alarm rings, ding ding ding, they got stop everything. Just 1 minute of my hour. Samma arahang, or breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It never uh, uh, doesn't kill anyone, nor it get anyone fired. The opposite is true. When they are mindful, they feel more peaceful, more calm. Things get less hectic, and their capability in work, in study, improve from that. And then mm, now this is the kind of the mini mindfulness. Now when we have more time, this is where we talk about the third thing that I did forgot to mention. Third thing is that my teacher also said that even no matter how tired, no matter how sleepy, no matter how anything it is, we cannot skip meditation. Think about this phrase. No matter how tired, no matter how sleepy, you cannot miss meditation. Think about it. My teacher teaches millions of people. Everyone is responsible for what they say, and he is brave enough to utter those words. No matter how sleepy, no matter how tired, we cannot skip meditation. What makes my teacher, brave enough to utter this word to millions of people? Because he, through as master, through meditation, go see the benefit of meditation, that the mechanism and the benefit must be so grand that he must utter that saying that no matter how tired, how sleepy, we cannot skip meditation. Meaning that activity must be so crucial, so vital that it earns that saying. That we can also already see in our life when we miss a few, the impact that it has. So with this in mind, can then hope we then can now readjust how we go about our life a little bit and see what we can do. Does it make sense, Michelle?
Yes, thank you.
But no problem, no worry, nah. No worry at all. Nah. Don't think that when we miss it's bad. Don't think that when we do it, we are bad person, we're not good. Never think that. Nah. Never think that. We all have our circumstances, right? Nah. What matters is it's always inside deep down our inner wholesomeness, inner intention. It's not like we don't want to, but just that very difficult sometimes, which is normal. So don't this one encourage you, okay, Michelle?
Yes, thank you.
Mm. All right. Arma is sick, so she's don't think she's able to share. Does anyone have any questions, anything that they want to share?
Oh, Carmen, I hope you get better soon.
All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you for coming and for joining. I'll see you on again tomorrow, same time. Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Good night. Okay.